You've hopefully learned in the other videos a bit more than you did before as to the legal concepts of freedom of expression and the right to privacy. And hopefully, you can see now a conflict can exist between freedom of expression and the right to privacy. Can anyone say anything they want, wherever they want, to whomever they want? How much data can private companies or the government collect on you? Can you express your beliefs and opinions online and also expect a right to privacy? We have a right to information online and access to the internet. That said, there's also a right to privacy in the digital age. And I'd like for you to consider a few things as you watch this video clip from the documentary The Great Hack. First, consider the fact that most of us use the internet for our needs, but the information presented is not always correct. In the era of fake news, we need to learn to be able to tell what's true from what's false. And I think it's important for us, especially as lawyers, to ask insightful questions, weigh the evidence before us, and search for truth. We must learn to be good skeptics and develop the critical thinking tools we need to interpret the world around us. Ask yourself, where did you find information? What are the main sources of information that you base your decisions on? Is there any pure objective information, or is every piece of information polluted by the deliverer of the information? Remember that you're influenced by your own circle of influence, the friends who share your worldview, and the news outlets that are biased towards your worldview. The use of algorithms may lead to the fragmentation of the public sphere and to the creation of echo chambers that favor only certain types of news. Second, consider this. How do people use your data and information that you voluntarily disclose to third parties on the internet? Is your data used to manipulate others? What are the legal instruments of protection against information abuse or manipulation? I mean, this raises issues of data protection that we're talking about in this segment. What are the short and long-term consequences of fake news? I mean, consider there was a fake US Consumer Price Index, GPI report, that stated that inflation was running into the double digits at 10.2%. Despite some fairly obvious signs that the document was counterfeit, it was released a day early, and there were errors in the release, such as a chart that showed figures that didn't match the text. But that fake report drove a sell-off in markets late in the day. And the US Bureau of Labor Statistics released official figures the following day, this was in 2022, correcting the fake report, showing a year-on-year inflation rise of 9.1%. And the reason why I mention that is these could have serious impact. And the same thing as we've seen fake news impact elections in the past. And social media giants have come under increasing pressure to better combat governments and political groups using their platforms to spread false and misleading information. I'd like for you to consider, what should the regulation be of social media firms on harmful content? Should it be the same framework as it is for newspapers and traditional media? Or should we just allow any data to flow through these outlets? And how much do we invest in reviewing online content and implementing security measures or requiring social media outlets to do this? Do we need to come up with a completely different model? I'd like for you to think about these issues as you watch this clip from The Great Hack.